আমার শ্রম আমার লড়াইয়ের পক্ষ থেকে যারা আজকের এই অনুষ্ঠান দেখছেন, শ্রমিক ভাই-বোন এবং আ উম আ আমাদের বন্ধুরা যারা দক্ষিণ এশিয়ার বিভিন্ন দেশ থেকে আজকের এই সংহতি সমাবেশে যোগ দিয়েছে, তাদেরকে স্বাগত এবং একই সঙ্গে আপনাদেরকেও স্বাগত যারা দেখছেন এবং শুনছেন। Hello, my friends and colleagues, comrades from the South Asian Trade Union Movement. On behalf of the Fight for Labor Justice, we welcome you to host you to this event and virtually welcome to Bangladesh. And we are so honored and privileged to host you to join and talk on behalf of your organization and your precious solidarity to the garments workers in Bangladesh. And the workers, as you are aware, that the workers are facing sort of violent aggression while they are advocating for the legitimate rights of wage increase and, of course, the right to freedom of association and the collective bargaining. Um, so, just let me give you a quick background. Um, mm, so, where we are now in terms of minimum wage setting process. I'm not going into detail about I'm not going to detail about the event and the facts and figures, but what I'm doing is try to explain you what are the key features of the wage setting process and the outcome and how workers reacted. Primarily, the wage setting process over 7 months can be um, classified as this whole process was a highly non-transparent process. Uh, the global labor rights organizations and the campaign raise major concern, and even the labor movement itself, they have been raising concern on the procedure and the protocol the minimum wage board follow through. Uh, Before November 11, none of the documents and the proposal were available for the labor movement itself and broadly in the citizen. So therefore, that seriously undermine the access to the information to put forward the sort of the comprehensive input or any opinion on this. But however, uh, what happened is like the whole procedure also seriously undermined the full and the active participation of the workers represented workers themselves. Therefore, this process can be, as I would say, the Global Labor Rights Organization, they are calling it ultra non-transparent process. Secondly, the whole process and subsequent outcome is a clear violation of the international labor standard. October 22nd, the employer's representative in the wage setting process proposed wages 10,400, uh, which, which was even insulting to the workers. In if you count this, if you think about this in dollar term, what happened is like he proposed $5 less than the minimum wage in 2018, 5 years ago. 2018 minimum wage was $98, and he proposed in 2023 $93, which is $5 less. What happened eventually, the workers in general, they seriously, sharply reacted to this proposal, and they consider it was insulting humiliation to the dignity of the labor in Bangladesh. They came to the street. They took the street to protest and to raise their voice. However, the state mechanism itself responded their legitimate voice with the brutal police force. What happened as a result, as of today, 4 workers have been killed. More than 23,000 workers are accused through the false court cases, lawsuits, and all 7 organizers are arrested. And many workers, they are still fearful to stay uh, at their home. So then you can imagine, with this background, the minimum wage board is still, we are in a time period that the labor movement can uh, request the re-revision of the figure that they proposed. So 26th November, this minimum wage board, they are going to sit again to finalize it. So with that background, I hope our solidarity event and the solidarity discussion across the South Asian Trade Union movement will provide not only solidarity to the garments workers in Bangladesh, but also provide sort of concern by the labor movement to the West Board. I hope the West Board will be considerate to understand the concern and the issues raised by the workers and the labor movement globally. So again, we welcome you to this event, and we are so honored and glad to have you in this program. To start with, we can start. So let's let it be very clear the modality of the program. I'm not calling anyone else to speak with. Uh, First call, I will call someone, and then you jump over and talk. And if if needed, then I will intervene. Otherwise, it would be like very organic and spontaneous process. At first instance, I am calling Sister Pratima Bhatto from Nepal for your solidarity message. Over to you, Pratima.
Thank you, brother. Um, Good evening, brothers and sisters. It is with a heavy heart that we have gathered here today, united in the spirit of solidarity to address the grave injustice faced by our fellow brothers and sisters in Bangladesh garment industry. The struggle for fair wages and dignified working conditions is not just a battle that is confined within the border of a nation, but a universal fight that unites workers across the globe. Today, we stand in unity, soldier to soldier, with the brave garment workers of Bangladesh who are facing brutal repression for daring to demand just a pay rise. The context we face today is disheartening. The prolonged and sluggish process of revising their minimum wages, coupled with an insulting proposal by employers, has pushed the workers into a dire situation. The proposed minimum wages of about 111 US dollar falls far short for the recommendation made by research studies and labor movement, leaving the workers burdened by inflation and political turmoil on the brink of national election they have. The non-transparent wages setting process, devoid of workers' active participation, has led to a justified outcry. The response from the state, marked by brutal police force, political cadres, and higher goon, is nothing short of a travesty. Lives have been lost. Especially women workers have been targeted, and thousands are facing harassment and imprisonment for simply standing for their rights. the workers defend proclamation. If we accept their ridiculous wages proposal, we'll starve to death anyway, underscores the gravity of their struggles. In this crucial moment, our solidarity support becomes paramount. By standing together, we amplify the voice of 4 million garment workers in Bangladesh, giving strength to their cause and sending a clear message to the global level community with no tolerance such justice. As we are discussing today, let us also reflect on the violent response faced by this legitimate protest. Let us also draw from our own experiences in wage setting process in our respective countries, sharing insights that can contribute to the collective wisdom of the international labor movement. Most importantly, let us convey our heartfelt solidarity message to the workers in Bangladesh, assuring them that they are not alone in this fight. From this platform, I would like to send our solidarity support from Nepal to our resilient brothers and sisters in Bangladesh garment industry. Your dedication and hard work not just contributes on local level but also immensely contribute on the global fashion landscape. Together, let's stand strong for fair wages, safe working condition and the dignified every workers deserves. Your fight is also an inspiration for all of us at the global level, especially in the South Asia. And solidarity knows no border, and we stand with you in the pursuit of the brighter, more just future for all garment workers. Stay together, Bangladesh. You are not alone. We stand in solidarity to fight for labor justice. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you, Sister Pratima. You rightly mentioned our collective wisdom, and the workers, they themselves are saying, accept this ridiculous OS proposal, we will starve to death anyway. This is how workers feel. Thanks again. Who is next? Volunteer us to jump on. Sisters, brothers, anyone.
Maybe from me.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, sister.
Okay, good evening, everyone, and my greetings from Jakarta. I'm Rita Shalyo, representing of Pharmaceutical and Health Workers Union in Indonesia, sending you, my brothers and sisters from garment sector in Bangladesh, support and solidarity during your tough time, facing the intimidation and struggling the fair wage. I was so sad to hear that there were killing and injuring actions towards garment workers. It is not supposed to happen because actually the workers are demanding their rights, the fundamental rights, their normative rights, and repressive ways exactly unacceptable. That is why we seriously condemn this repressive action. Killing during our violence, and again, it is unacceptable. Speak frankly, we have the same situation as well in Indonesia regarding the fair wage struggle, but at least we have the smoother way to negotiate it without aggressive ways. We have dialogue system and it works. Therefore, we urge the Bangladesh government to give workers more space to dialogue. And government must ensure that the workers' needs are fulfilled. The wage must be ensured to overcome the inflation as well. We also urge the government to set the minimum wage mechanism every year, like as in Indonesia. Do respect the labor's right and again fulfill their demand on fair wage through the upcoming wage board meeting on November 26th. Last but not least, for my brothers and sisters in Bangladesh, we are with you. We will join your struggle, for your struggle is our struggle too. Solidarity forever. Dhanyavad.
Uh, Thank you, sister. Yeah, you rightly mentioned that the 1 year introduction of the 1 year every after 1 year revision makes a lot more sense to address the ongoing inflationary pressure, and at the same time the important mechanism is to have the proper dialogue, which is not the case in Bangladesh. It is tripartite mechanism. It is tripartite institutions. However, this year was fixation procedure itself exemplified as a collapse of the tripartite institutions and the gross violation of international labor standard, ILO Convention 87 and the 98. As I mentioned, the whole procedure is a wholesale concession of the full and active participation of workers themselves in the process. Thank you, Rita. Who is next? Martin?
Yes, maybe Martin. Yes, thank you, brother, for inviting me to join with our campaign in solidarity. My name Martin from Cambodia. On behalf of the government worker in Cambodia, we stand with you and
Hey, sister,
the back
um,
struggle.
get the studio link.
Do you hear me?
Yes, Martin,
Yes,
you go on.
yes. So when I read, I'm so shocked that to see and read about the repression and violent action against the garment worker in Bangladesh. We are so shocked. We, the government worker, sell our labor in exchange. We want to fair price of the labor, our labor. However, it has always been in case that when we demand fair wage, government always take uh, wage. Government always take the side of employer, and government and employer together treat immediately and take violent part of the suppress worker violence. We from my trade union seriously comrade those killing government worker back in Bangladesh. In Cambodia, we had similar struggle before January 2014. We were until we fight against the violent attack also. Therefore, now the government agreed to review minimum wage every year. I mean, we have the dialogue and social and tripartite with employer and government and trade union. We demand the Bangladesh. So we demand the Bangladesh government will ensure wage that sufficient to live on and adapt we manage to inflation, and finally urge to introduce minimum wage revision mechanism every after 2 years in Cambodia also. I would again threat listening my worker friend and comrade, don't think you are alone. We stand with you demand. We will fight for your struggle. We believe your struggle is our struggle too. Remember, government worker in Cambodia always stand with your case. We urge Bangladesh government respect labor rights and fulfill the worker fair wage demand in the upcoming minimum wage. We we board meeting on the in November. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Martin. It's so wonderful have this sweet and very strong solidarity message so far. Let me quickly summarize in Bengali, just 1 minute for the for our workers and organizers. আমাদের এ পর্যন্ত নেপাল, ইন্দোনেশিয়া এবং কম্বোডিয়া থেকে আমাদের যে বন্ধুরা আজকের এই সংহতি সমাবেশে যোগ দিয়েছে, তারা বলেছে যে বাংলাদেশে আজকে গার্মেন্টস শ্রমিকদের যে লড়াই এবং সংগ্রাম, সেই লড়াই সংগ্রাম ইন্দোনেশিয়া, কম্বোডিয়া, নেপালের শ্রমিকের সংগ্রামও। সেই জন্য বাংলাদেশের শ্রমিক যারা আজকে তাদের এই মজুরির দাবিতে লড়ছেন, তারা শুধু এই এই মজুরির দাবি শুধু বাংলাদেশের শ্রমিকের না, তাদেরও। এবং তারা সুনির্দিষ্টভাবে সরকারকে অনুরোধ জানিয়েছে শ্রমিকের যে অধিকার, সেই অধিকারের প্রতি সম্মান প্রদর্শন করা এবং এমন মজুরি যাতে তারা যেন বাজারে মুদ্রাস্ফীতির চাপটা সামলাতে পারে এবং বেঁচে থাকার মজুরি পেতে পারে। Thanks, friend. Again, I'm coming back. So, who else? Lokendro or Sister Saira, welcome to this event. Brother Akib or Lokendro, anyone can go.
Okay, I think I
You
will
can.
go.
Okay, perfect.
Am I
Perfect.
audible?
Thank you.
Okay. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I am Lokendra Paniru. I am outside of my room, so maybe internet is working properly or not. Good evening again. And I am working in Nepal Telecom Workers Union. On behalf of NTCW, my strong solidarity message to the Bangladeshi garment workers and the struggling trade unions. As Bangladesh is happening the issue, same we are facing already these brutality and these types of the action by the government of Nepal before 6-7 years ago. Now we have a mechanism of tripartite to set the minimum wages and to set these types of agreements. But that agreements are not working in the practical ways. We have these types of agreement, these accords, but we have to fight and we have to struggle to get the real benefit and real wages again and again in every year. Who became the prime minister or who ran the government, the workers situation is the same here is also. But I am saddened by the hearing the message that the government of Bangladesh government is making brutality over the working class, and the working class is only demanding for the basic demands that are not the any other political or these types of demands, but they are only demanding for the rise of the wages and decent working conditions, freedom of associations, and that should be the listened by the government. So I urge the government to listen the workers' voice and make democratic process, and the Bangladeshi people, Bangladeshi workers are not alone. They are not only fighting for their also, they are fighting against the poverty, fighting against the undemocratic process and injustice. So, brothers and sisters, we are with you. Our heart and our solidarity message with you. We shall win. We shall fight. We shall win. So make struggle, and our solidarity is with you. Lastly, I would like to thanks Bangladeshi trade unions and workers to giving me this opportunity. And in any situation and any conditions, we are with you. We are not, so you are not alone. Please keep fighting. You shall win. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Lokendro. Yeah, it really does matter when you say garments workers in Bangladesh are not alone. So who is next? Anyone, if anyone volunteer, that would be highly appreciated. Uh, Brother Akib or Saira Firoz? Uh, Brother Akib, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Okay.
I
Are you okay? It is okay if you go next.
yeah. Okay,
Okay,
I'm.
perfect. Okay, we start.
Dear comrades, good evening, dear comrades, and thank you, Bangladeshi trade unions, give me a chance to solidarate the garments worker. I think my English is not good, so sorry for all
No
comrades.
worries. No
Uh,
worries.
yeah, but I spend whatever in happening with the laborers and garments workers in Bangladesh is very shameful act. We Pakistani trade union NTF strongly condemn this act, violation of police, and Bangladesh is a democratic state, but not a democracy like Pakistan. Pakistan have a democratic country, but Pakistan have no democracy. Just like situation in Bangladesh. Bangladesh workers demand what demand? Bangladesh workers demand minimum wage. I think minimum wage is a basic human rights. Minimum wage want every worker is in a not a high demand, it's a low demand minimum wage. 20,500 I think minimum wage Bangladesh is approved in 7 November, but it is very low in the way inflation of high inflation of Bangladesh. So or but I We strongly condemn the three workers killed in the state of Bangladesh during the protest, peaceful protest. So, but main point my this uh, any international labor organizations and trade unions how voice is not वर्ल्ड जिस तरह हम आवाज वॉइस राइस so I can't. ILO and different organizations not a strongly solidarity with Bangladeshi workers. Nowadays, we are uh, we targeted and same situation of all country. So we condemned or message from Pakistani trade union. We are with you, Bangladeshi workers, also with you, and you are not alone, all trade unions with you. And last I would like to very thankful to the trade union of Bangladeshi to give me a chance. Say we solidarate Bangladeshi garments workers. We also stand with Bangladeshi garments worker, and we can already protest in Pakistan. uh, 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 we stand with Bangladeshi garments workers. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, brother. On behalf of the Fight for Labor Justice, we are thankful
Yeah,
to NTUF, and
yeah,
we know that you organized event and the
yeah,
solidarity
yeah,
action in Pakistan
yeah,
in
yeah,
supporting the workers' legitimate demand for the garments workers. Thank you again. And yes, language doesn't matter for us. Our language is our heart. Labor doesn't need language. What need is the solidarity. So therefore, you are here. That does really matter to us. Um, so thank you. Um, আমাদের so anyone can volunteer, but however, sister Chris, you will come at the end because we really want to hear from you. Saira, sister Saira, would you mind to go next?
Hello,
Yes, sister, can you hear me?
uh, thank you. My name is Saira Firoz,
Yeah.
and my I am don't speak English, and I
Okay.
speak English front of you in first time.
Okay. Now,
So I am representative of Home Based Women Worker Federation, Pakistan, and we are stand our Bangladeshi garments worker and our solidarity with us, and we was protest in Pakistan our Bangladeshi garments worker with solidarity, and Bangladeshi workers not alone, we are with us and our solidarity with us, and keep it up our Bangladeshi garments worker. Thank you.
thank you, sister. Thank you so much for your sincere and very powerful message. It really mattered to us, at least at this critical time of our struggle. So, sister Chris, she's president of the largest union federation in Indonesia, FSP. Sister, if you come and talk, that would be highly appreciated. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Actually, my colleague Rita already mentioned our message to you, our solidarity to the garment workers in Bangladesh. Yeah, I'm Evi Krishnawati, the Pharmaceutical and Health Workers Unions. I'm the president of our federation. I would like to convey my condolence to hear the death of the four garment workers in Gazipur, Bangladesh. I think for our comrades in Bangladesh, they have right to get a decent wages. Is to get decent wages is a right of every workers, and asking for a decent wages also is the right of every workers. In my opinions, when I read about what happened for the garment workers in Bangladesh, which the policy, I think, overacting because they killed for garment workers, and the police should not do that because the police should protect the workers when the workers do rally or do a protest to have their rights. We are from our federation, from the Pharmaceutical and Health Workers Union, offer our solidarity to the garment workers in Bangladesh who are fighting for their rights. As Rita mentioned, that in Indonesia this November, we are also fighting for have a minimum wage increase to 2024, and we are the labor union is asking for a minimum wages increase about 15% after 3 years there is no wage increases due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And we are taking action in waves in every province to fight for salary increase. I mean for the minimum salary increase. And the police here were every action, but there are police when we have a rally, but they didn't shoot the workers when we do the rally. And we hope in the next upcoming discussion on November 26th, if I'm not mistaken, they will discussion again between tripartite. So I hope that you can get a win-win solution for the minimum wage increases. And if there is the police and policing, and the police there can also carry out their function to protect the citizen and to protect the workers there who have a rally. So yeah, I really hope that for the next discussion, for the tripartite discussion, our friend in Bangladesh can have the win-win solution, and you can have your right. Our solidarity for our comrade workers in Bangladesh. Thank you.
Thank you, sister. Very powerful message, and we are so glad to hear from you. Just let me quickly summarize the key messages from the Indonesia, Pakistan, and Cambodia. ইন্দোনেশিয়া, কাম্বোডিয়া, তারা যেটা বলেছে যে ইন্দোনেশিয়াতে একজন গার্মেন্টস শ্রমিকের মজুরি $224 এবং কাম্বোডিয়াতে প্রত্যেক 2 বছর পর পর মজুরি বোর্ড এবং এটা বসে, তারা হচ্ছে মজুরি পুনর্নির্ধারণের জন্য। ইন্দোনেশিয়াতে 1 বছরের পরেই তারা প্রত্যেক বছর এই মজুরি পুনর্নির্ধারণ করে এবং তাদের মজুরি বোর্ড আছে। সেটি একটি, এবং সবচাইতে যেটি গুরুত্বপূর্ণ সেটি হচ্ছে ইন্দোনেশিয়া, নেপাল, পাকিস্তান, কাম্বোডিয়া সবাই একটা কথা বলেছে যে এইটা মজুরি চাওয়া এবং মজুরি পাওয়া এইটা তার মৌলিক অধিকার, এবং সেই অধিকার জাতীয় আন্তর্জাতিক স্বীকৃত আইন দ্বারা প্রতিষ্ঠিত। সুতরাং সেই আইনের প্রতি সবাই শ্রদ্ধা প্রদর্শন করবে, এবং পুলিশের কাজ নাগরিককে নিরাপত্তা দেওয়া, তার কাজ নাগরিকের উপরে চড়াও না হওয়া, দমন পীড়ন না করা। আশা করি তারা সবাই একই সূত্রে বলেছে যে ভাই, বাংলাদেশের গার্মেন্টস শ্রমিক, তোমরা একা না, তোমাদের এই যে লড়াই এবং সংগ্রাম, তার সাথে দক্ষিণ এশিয়ার সমস্ত ট্রেড ইউনিয়ন তাদের সমর্থন আছে। এবং তারা এটিও বলেছে যে আসলে এই তাদের স্ব দেশে মজুরি প্রতিষ্ঠা সংগ্রামটা সবসময় দেখা গেছে যে আসলে শ্রমিককে দাঁড়াতে হয়, শ্রমিককে লড়তে হয় তার নিজের অধিকারের জন্য, এবং তারপরেই তার মজুরি বা আমরা এই যে প্রত্যেক বছর বা 2 বছর পর যখনই বলি না কেন মজুরি নির্ধারণের প্রশ্ন, সেটি সুষ্ঠুভাবে এবং সঠিকভাবে মীমাংসা হয়। কিন্তু লড়াইটা জারি রাখতে হবে, সেটা জরুরি। Friends, colleagues, and comrades from the South Asian labor movement, it was such a wonderful event, having this very thoughtful, very conveying powerful messages to the workers. And as you mentioned, right to work is universal rights. Freedom of expression, freedom of association, and right to collectively bargain is internationally recognized right. Workers have legitimate rights to speak out for decent work, speak out for the decent wages. However, though it is not the decent wages, the current proposal, it's outrageous in a sense that the current wage structure doesn't acknowledge the right to education for garments workers' education, garments workers' children, because the current structure, there is no cost included in the current proposal. So therefore, we hope that the upcoming meeting, as all of you mentioned and urged to the minimum wage board, a tripartite wage setting process, and the government, that they will be considerate to revisit, rethink, to re-revision the minimum wage. And again, thank you so much. We are so glad to have you this program, and our solidarity, your solidarity really mattered to us in many ways. Hopefully, very soon, anywhere in the world is now becoming crazy. Palestine, all over the world, workers' rights are seriously undermined. Right to work is seriously undermined. Hopefully, we will meet again for another solidarity event in anywhere in any country. And as you rightly mentioned, that we believe in our solidarity is our hope. Struggle in one country is a struggle for everyone. So we always stand with solidarity. This is how we see the labor ourselves in the landscape of the dialogue and the universal basic rights. And thank you so much.